welcome to TCR. Sid here. Thanks for clicking on the video. If you haven't done so already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Today I want to talk to you guys about some probiotic foods and drinks. So probiotic drinks and probiotic foods are amazing, but how do you get them? First, you have to ferment some food in order to get those yummy probiotic goodies at the end. Why do we want to do that? Well, it's really important to remember that our gut health really impacts the rest of our overall health. And I love to be healthy. Those of you that have watched the channel know that I like to work out and eat healthy foods, and incorporating fermented foods and probiotics is a big part of that. Now, I used to buy them at the store, and they can be very pricey because I drink probiotic drinks and eat fermented foods every day. So it adds up over time. Well, Mike and I realized that we could start making them ourselves with very little effort, and it's really easy to do. And the great thing about it is that when you're doing it yourself, you know that you're not adding any extra preservatives or sugars or things that you get when you're buying the stuff that's shelf stable. When you are making it yourself, you're also making sure that you're getting that good bacteria, that lactobacillus, because a lot of times the store-bought stuff, the good healthy bacteria that you want for your gut health is already dead in the bottle. So it's not really giving you the full benefits that you get when you do it yourself. Keeping your gut health really healthy and happy is super important. Having these kinds of fermented products that you make yourself, giving you that all those probiotic benefits that can lead to not just good gut health, but overall health. It's great for brain clarity, cholesterol, weight loss. There's a lot of things, just overall health, that it can really help you with. And they're really tasty. So fermenting foods is in its own category. It's not pickling and it's not canning. It is a type of preserving, but it will not be shelf stable. It will need to be refrigerated, and it won't last you as long as something that you're pressure canning or water bath canning, for example. Now remember guys, this is a living food. It will last 3 to 6 months in the refrigerator depending, but you can make it yourself, and it's so easy to figure out how much of it you're using and how much of it you need to keep making. So usually when we get partway through a bottle and I'm getting close to low on hot sauce, we start making a new one. One of the things that we make a lot of is fermented peppers. Now we add things like bell peppers, different kind of spicy peppers, garlic, and some onions. And what we like to do is go ahead and ferment this all together. It makes an amazing probiotic drink, but all the leftover peppers, I like to kind of grind them up with my submersion blender and make like a chunky salsa that I throw into my salads every day, and they are so yummy. So these jars and these toppers, these are the secret to your fermenting here. We do have these available below in the link for our Amazon store. Really easy, just this seal and these glass weights. This is the secret to making all of this work and ferment properly and safely. I'm gonna show you guys how easy it is to do this. Now, Frankie picked some of these carrots and these daikon radishes out of the garden earlier this morning. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut them up and pack a jar and show you how we do it. So a couple things you'll need to get started. You're gonna need a clean glass jar. You're gonna make sure that you have some bottled water. You don't wanna use tap water because you don't want any chlorine or chloramines in the water. And then you're gonna want some salt. Make sure it's not iodized. We like to use the pink Himalayan salt. And then whatever vegetables you're gonna ferment, you can do lots of different kinds. Today we're doing some carrots and radishes, a little bit of bell pepper, some onions, and some garlic. But you can do we do a lot of hot pepper ones because I do like to make that salsa, but it's really, you can ferment a lot of different types of things in here. This is also a way to make kimchi as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and start packing my jar. I'm gonna put the smaller things on the bottom so that they don't float up to the top, and the larger things over top of the smaller items. So I'm gonna put some bell peppers in here first, garlic, purple onions, so now that I've got the jar all packed, it's time to make our brine that it's gonna sit in for the next several days. We're going to add some salt. That salt is going to help keep the bad bacteria, things like mold and things like that, from growing in here. And it's going to assist in creating lactic acid, which will help in the fermentation process, creating that lactobacillus bacteria, which is your good bacteria that you want. There's several different recipes out there, and they vary between 1 to 2 teaspoons per cup of water that you're using, depending on the size of your jar, of course. So today we're going to be going with 1.5 teaspoons, and we're going to be using 4 cups of water, which means we're using 6 teaspoons of salt. Now you just got to get it all dissolved together, like a sweet tea. You need a teaspoon, a sweet teaspoon. That's why I like using the pink Himalayan salt, because it makes it add some extra color. And they look pretty when they're sitting out too. Very festive. All right, so then we're gonna pour our brine into our jar. Now we want to make sure that we're keeping all of the vegetables below the water line. This way it will keep them anaerobic, which means they won't have any oxygen in them, touching them. So I'm going to go ahead and put this weight in there. That was a little intense, but I did it. I maybe should have lowered it in a little more slowly. But whatever. Here's the lid we're going to be using. Now this, as you can see, it's got a seal inside. This air chamber is going to allow the gases to escape that are created during the fermentation process, but it's not going to let any air into your mix, which could create a problem like mold. I'm going to pour a little bit of water into this chamber. Now I'm going to put the other top on there, and the seal on the top of that. Now that I've got my weight in and my air chamber created, I'm ready to put the seal on. Depending on the time of year and the weather, the room temperature, this will take anywhere between 5 to 10 days to ferment. So you do want to keep an eye on it. You make sure that you notice that there's still air escaping from it, and that'll kind of give you an indication of when it's time to open it up. So that's it, guys. Don't forget to check the link out below so you can get your own little setup kit from our Amazon store, because you should be fermenting some of your own goodies out of your garden so you can get some of those yummy health benefits as well. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell so you get the notifications.